Hey, what's up, everyone? We are back. We are back for sure, and with a vengeance too, because today I'm going to be talking to someone awesome and amazing and really, really cool. And we've been, having conversations about the print industry and how he's innovated for themselves, because they're of course a print business, but also he wants to basically lead the charge in everybody kind of evolving, and evolving is kind of an understatement, evolving into 2024, 2025, the future, the future. So it's going to get a little spicy. It's going to get a little cool. Well, who am I talking about here, man? His name is Robert Vernon, also known as Bobby V. That's an inside joke. But he is the president and founder of Digital Arts Imaging, which is 24 years in the game, existing in 2 states. But really, in totality, he's been in the industry for way longer than that. And I don't want to say that because it ages him out, and in effect ages me out. But anyway, I'm not going to prolong this. Robert.
Hey, how you doing, Tom? Glad to be here. And you're right, I'm an old guy, and it's okay. I'm fine with it. Been doing this a long time, my friend. Yeah.
Let's not say old. Let's say wise.
Age, seasoned. Seasoned professional.
Tell us about what you do currently, and tell us like maybe a nice little story around like your industry or business, and then we'll get into the thick of it.
Basically we are in the information business. We are all in the information business. We are visual communicators, and we basically help our clients connect with their marketplace, right? And our tagline is we make marketing happen. And it doesn't matter if it's traditional marketing, it could be print marketing, direct mail, what have you, and as well as digital. We help our clients as well with, creating a digital space for themselves, connecting with their clients digitally. So that's in a nutshell what we do now.
Yeah, I distinctly recall when we first met, which was not ages ago. One of the descriptors he used was, we're a visual communications company. That to me is quite amazing, because I have dealt with a couple of print shops or print businesses, and they never introduce themselves as that, you know what I mean? In truth, they actually are. And it's very, very nuanced. It's a paradigm shift. It's a paradigm shift. So that shift for you, did that happen before you started the business? Did you always see this as a visual communication business, or initially you were just a print shop? You're paid to do a service, and that's it.
Yeah. So let's segue. Let's go back in time, really the late 80s, okay? Because that's really when the big shift happened, and that's when electronic publishing came on the scene, and really it set the print industry on its ear. So prior to that, printing was a photomechanical process. So as soon as the computers disrupted print, I was a very early adopter. I was so early, I even got fired from a job because I wouldn't leave it alone. And so at that point, you had to have people that had computer skills to take files, right? Whether it was Illustrator, Quark back then, and we would create films that were used in the printing process to create the plates. So 93, I left a traditional print job. I was production manager of a very large printing company. It was 80,000 square feet, 2 shifts. And I left and started, it was called Digital World Images. What we did is we were a service bureau. We would create films and proofs for people that had, their files on disc, because printers didn't know what to do with them. All of a sudden, the designers are giving them these discs, and they did not know what to do with them. And we added scanning. We had scanners that were the size of a room that cost like $200,000. We had 2 of those, and we would scan images because there was no digital photography. Everybody had Kodachrome, Ektachrome prints, color prints, and they needed them digitized. And to give you context, back then, an 8x10 scan I would get $95 for. and we would do about 450 of those a week. So you can see how much revenue we had. We went from myself to 35 employees within 6 years. Yeah, so we rocked that. And that was the point where I really realized we were in the information business because we're moving bits and bytes to create films, right? We were creating digitally films for an analog process. And a few years later, about 5 years later, of course, the printers then were able to image their plates on the press.
Yep.
They didn't need film anymore. So that's when the paradigm shift happened. I realized it then. We had servers, we had, all kinds. I had 100 computers at the time and realized, you know what? We're not in the print business. We help them, but we're in the visual communication business. Make sense?
100%. Like I think that little paradigm shift kind of set you up, it kind of really, so if there's anything, I think that is the starting point to this whole evolutionary process that you're helping people, you're ushering, the industry towards, I think. And so that's amazing that you have that perspective, and that's what's driving the whole thing. Now, digital arts imaging, 24 years. Has it always been like when clients come in, do they come in with a full service requirement for marketing, or is it like they come in with one specific need and then it blows up in the engagement, in the process? It becomes expands. Is that what happens?
Yeah, it typically does. We try to cross-pollinate. So in other words, if you come in as a print client, you're going to learn about all the other things we do. We send out weekly emails to our clients. We also send out printed newsletters. So they all know we do all these other things, and we've redone our website to be very clear about it. In fact, if you look at our website now, print is last. Print is listed as the last service. So he comes in, very strong web marketing and all that. We tell everybody all the things we do. So if there's a need, hopefully they'll call us, right? So they know we build websites, we do digital marketing, we do email blast ads and all that. So we do cross-pollinate, and we do get a lot of our print clients that turn into digital marketing clients.
So cool. So you've been telling me about this really interesting thing that you were doing. It's a combination of different things. And I think it's the latest and greatest innovation that you're currently doing. This thing around MarketQ and these packages. First, tell me what they are, and then tell me how you got to that point and why you think this is the next wave.
Well, a lot of it, Tom, is trial and error. So the first thing we did is, of course, we're offering marketing services to our clients, and we did that, number of different industries. We did it with a manufacturer, distributor, a chain of schools, financial institution, actually 2 financial institutions. So we were just, if you wanted marketing, we would help you no matter what the industry. And then I started realizing that I think it would be better if we specialized. And to do that, I thought what we would do was create a SaaS, software as a service offering, hence MarketQ. In fact, I started trying to build something like MarketQ in 2016 by hiring programmers. It got costly quickly, so we abandoned that project. And when I found Go High Level and their SaaS program, we said, okay, let's go ahead and white label that, and that could be our SaaS offering. So we offered that to our clients first, and then I started thinking, you know what? I know more about printing than any other industry. I think I'm going to target that niche and offer my services to other printers, right? So I've always thought of other printers as it's not competition, it's co-opetition. So I believe in helping each other, and there's plenty of work for everybody. So I started the offering, and I showed MarketQ to some very large printers. They were very excited, but it quickly became apparent they didn't have the bandwidth or the expertise to implement it themselves. And so at that point, I just backed off of everything, and now we created an offering for printers. We branded it Printers Marketing Toolkit, and we're offering that to printers. As you know, we have our first our test pilot coming up here. Our kickoff meeting with them is on Friday. So it's a decent sized printer. and we're going to use them as a case study, as testimonials, and then we'll go out for the full campaign to other printers.
So if I was a printer, right? If I was a printer, what would it do for me then?